Hello everyone, Untitled Chapter. Welcome to another mod overview, this time on Hanami, a mod that simply adds in a new biome as well as a few other things like food. There's also cross-compatibility with things like quark, fruitful, and busier bees, which I'm not going to go into in this video, but if you were to, you get, I assume, cherries from here. You get cherry-related blocks with quark, and you'll get a busier bees beehive. There also is potion effects, which you've got instability, which increases knockback taken, nourishing, causes food to give more hunger than usual, and unsolitary is the opposite of nourishing. Okay, and we've got a bunch of food options, which we'll take a look at. So just pointing those out in case I miss the actual potion effects. So yeah. So first up, obviously, we've got our forest. We've got a few leaves that do that, apparently, or flowers. And then we've got some leaf carpet and a few other things. We'll just take a look around, of course, so you can get an idea. There is the occasional hills involved. There's some azaleas, I think. There's bushes, and we've got some other tulips and other things. So this is pretty much the biome as I can see it here. It stretches quite a bit. So yeah, anyways, we'll get to what else is in the mod as well. So we've got obviously the wood. You've got the ability to build with and use for typical recipes. So we've got the sakura log here, we've got the multi-sided. Got some planks, which you can then obviously use for typical stuff as well. Slabs and this and the other, as you can see on the side, of course. So we'll just put these down so you get an idea of what they look like besides what they are in my inventory. And we'll just do all that. So, button, landscape, and so on. From above. Fence. I'll actually test if they connect to the signs, which I assume they might, or other fences, sorry. But we'll see. So, another brick, gate, and walls, because I always never know if they will or not. You don't, you do, you do not, and you do. Okay, it's worth a try. And then we've got the leaf block as well. So, yeah, just put this, I guess, here. Right, so, oh, and the door, of course. But anyways, most of these are going to be the typical recipes you expect of for doors and stripped and this, that, and the other, so I won't go into the recipes of those, because they are pretty much exactly the same as what you'd expect. I've obviously got the sapling, which I'll bone meal and see how long that takes, or if a typical one does the same. Seems to be that it does actually present the same sort of tree, so that's fine. I've got the azalea bush, which is just like so, and I think is, yep, for pink dye. No other purpose really, actually. I do test a flower pot, because I always forget to test these, and you never quite know if they fit in one. And it does. Cool. So you can use that for decoration flower pots if you want. Okay, and then we've got a boat, of course, as well. Very self-explanatory. And now we get to the more unknown. So we've got the blom, which is simply sakura flowers and gunpowder, and you get 3 of these. There's obviously some TNT. And we'll just go, let's see, yeah, we'll go to this island, I guess. We'll see what happens. I have no idea how big. Okay, so it's just that, it doesn't actually do much else. Does it actually harm mobs is what I really want to know. I assume it's not supposed to be harmful, but we'll find out, because you never know with some of these things. So it explodes, and yeah, so it just gives a knockback. But I don't think it gives damage, so we'll just do that again actually. Whatever. Didn't seem to harm the pig. So I'll go into survival. Yeah, so it just pushes you, that's all. Okay. Cool. So, let's see. Where is it? Hunger. And we'll cover the food. So, first up, the cherry pie, which is simply sakura cherries, sugar, and wheat. And actually, you just get the cherries simply from the tree. You can use cherries for red dye, cherry juice, the pie, black forest, and more. So the pie will give us just following that, and the unsolitary, which again, obviously if you sort of like at the beginning, that's what that does, which is the opposite of nourishing, causes food to give less hunger than usual. So I'm not going to do keep it there obviously, because I do want to find out what the others give as their base amounts, so we have to ignore that effect unfortunately. We've got the cherries themselves, which just give you 2 there, no additional effect. The flowers, which you can apparently throw. Interesting, I didn't realize that. Cool, can we actually use this as a projectile, or is it just for that? Where did the pig go? Where did you go? There we go. Can we just push you? No, not doing anything to you. Okay, so it's just a thing you can throw like snowballs maybe, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, we've got black forest, which is just cherries, cocoa beans, milk, sugar, and wheat. And there we go. Just eating some, we get the following effect again. That's what the inside looks like. That's how much you get, and obviously it's still the same as cake, you only get so much from it, or nothing in the case of the following effect, where we're just getting basically nothing regardless because of what its purpose is. Next we have the cherry juice, just like so, and then we've got this one here, which is 2 of those, sakura flower, sugar, and spider eye, which I assume is like a better version of it. I have no idea. We've got the juice, which gives us nourishing, and 2 there on the hunger bar. And we'll just get rid of you and do this, and the kombucha, or something like that. And that gives us 1 and gives us instability compared to the nourishing effect. And if we check here again, let's see, there's instability, and that's it in terms of those that you can actually get. So if you wanted, say, a potion of it, this is the only one you've got. You don't have others as an option. You'd have to use commands or eat constantly the following other foods that I've covered. So if we just give ourselves this, it'll reset it, so we can apply that to other players or mobs or whatever the case is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, the configs allow for pretty much just the biome weights if you want to change those, which there is a rolling hills, a forest, and mountains, and obviously it requires a restart of the game. If I actually check in commands, of course, for locate biome, you can see there is the valley, rolling hills, plateau, mountains, and so on. I'm not going to get into them too much because I think they'll be pretty much what you'd expect of just we're in the sakura forest. There's the occasional ones here near the shoreline. There's the occasional mountains, plateau, and this, that, and the other. I'm pretty sure they're about the same, and I probably won't be able to tell that much of the difference because there is just the elevation maybe, and the trees, so there isn't probably else much to show. Otherwise though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.